Toastmasters. So let me introduce about the Toastmasters. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization where it helps members to get benefit about the communication and the public speaking skills. As a club, we have ensured that we provide supportive and positive environment to each and everyone who wants to empower their public speaking and communication skills. So for that, let me begin by this meeting by sharing the rules of this meeting. It's all about the bright hearts. The first is about B. B, keep your devices on mute. I will give you 5 seconds. You can look at your mobile. Either you can switch off or turn the volume down and unlock it once again and keep it back in your wallet or pocket. Can I see a raise of your thumbs up if you're all done? Awesome, great. And the second is about the letter R. Respect the topics or the meeting etiquette. Ensure that when we are speaking on stage, we are very mindful in terms of talking when we are talking about the topics, sex, religion, and politics. Third is about make sure that we are interacting calmly when a speaker is speaking on stage. In other words, avoid crosstalks. And next, the letter G. It's about give way to yourself only during the applause of the meeting, whether you want to exit or entry. And the next H is all about make sure the stage etiquette when you're entering or exiting, either follow the protocol of handshake or the fist bump. And next, the T is all about make sure that you are getting timely refreshments during the break, which is available at the backside of the stage. And the H is all about help yourself that there are washrooms on the right side of the stage where you can utilize it during the break times. And therefore, the E, it's ensure that you are equipping yourself when you're coming on stage. It's all about taking a pocket mic, which will be over here, collar mic, just 3 steps. Pick, click, make sure you're clicking it, and then you can make sure you are holding it to your collar. Okay? And after that, the A, ensure that you are in the area of this box, the markings, to get your beautiful face recording in the Zoom. So the markings are with these are the edges, left side, right side, and the front, there is a marking tape. Okay? And after that, R, it's all about the online meeting rules. My dear online audience, make sure your video is on and stay on mute until a speaker asks you to unmute or speak. And the next letter is all about T, which is to make sure that we are all time effective and sticking to the agenda. And the S is all about smile, open to this meeting, and enjoy the meeting throughout. May I have this heart emoji if you're clear about this bright hearts meeting etiquettes. Awesome, you're such a lovely audience. I would like to applaud you all. So with that being said, let me invite the presiding officer of the day, who always makes sure that she manages well, organizes things well, plans well, and executes well. And she is our co-founder of the club. She is distinguished Toastmaster, Arundhati Basu. Put your hands together to welcome.
Thank you very much, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Money. I thought that was awfully creative. It's like bright hearts everywhere, but very nicely done, Toastmaster Money, by bringing in. Now, every time we remember bright hearts, we will remember all the golden rules. So thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. How are you doing today? Only if you are doing good, I can say we will assure that we bright your day up by the time this meeting comes to an end. Today, we're very fortunate. We have a few guests in the room and a very special individual amongst us. While By role, she is the club growth director of the district that we are part of, which is District 121, for the benefit of all the new members and a lot of guests in the room. Out of the district top leadership, the club growth director is one of the top 3 posts of the district. And she's probably one of the most deserving person to be up there. But personally, to me, I find her somebody extremely inspiring, someone who's been in the fraternity and yet so grounded. And she's somebody who's always approachable, one of the nicest human beings I've met. So let's hear a little bit from her. Please help me welcome our Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Nitasha Kumar. You can hold it also, no problem. Or put it here. Yeah.
Is that the mic speaking?
No, that's only for online. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. Good evening, Bright Hearts. Bright Hearts and wannabe Bright Hearts, right? It's always a beautiful day, beautiful moment to be a Bright Heart. And especially when you have a club like this and a presiding officer, I mean, a dear friend, your club mentor, your club, everything that for your club, Distinguished Toastmaster Arundhati. I think this club is always bright and cheerful, and you have the heart of the district. You have the heart of the district because for me personally, I know she did say that I'm the club growth director, which means I'm responsible for bringing in new members, new clubs to the Toastmasters fraternity for our district. But for me personally, this club is super special because it is the first club that was chartered when I stepped into leadership. So a huge round of applause and a big gratitude and a big heart from me to you. I'm here just by coincidence. I wanted to catch up with Arundhati. Our schedules were not meeting, and I'm so glad I got this opportunity to be here. I've been watching you on Instagram and following all the amazing PR that your team is doing. And I'm loving it. And I'm so glad I got this opportunity. Like she said, I'm just a phone call away, an email away. So please, you do have leaders, extremely accomplished leaders like Akshay and Arundhati for anything and everything Toastmasters. But God forbid, if there's anything that you cannot get from them, then I'm just standing right behind them, available for anything and everything that I can offer to you. And may this be the start of a beautiful journey and upward and beyond for everybody here at Bright Hearts. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to a great evening here with all of you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Nitasha. It's our absolute pleasure having you here. I've seen Nitasha through her district leadership journey, and it feels very good to have her here today and see what she's doing. On that note, we do have a few more guests. So let's hear a little bit from them. Madhav, would you like to come here, say a quick hello to the club and tell us how you got to know about us? Let's give it up to Madhav.
Thank you, Arundhati. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Namaste. I am Madhav, and I have been to some Toastmasters, HSR Whitefield, as a guest. And now I'm planning to start my journey with Bright Hearts Toastmasters. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Madhav. I am almost hoping he's a would-be Bright Heart, but we'll see how that goes. So you can see 2 of our XCOM members already very happy. Our VPPR in Toastmaster Arna, because Nitasha said we are all over the social media. She's got a great role to play there. And our VP membership in Ruchi, she's like, oh, one more member coming our way. So that's brilliant. We also have Kashif in the room. Kashif, if you would like to come up, say a quick hello and tell us how you got to know about us. You can hold it, that's all.
Hi, my name is Kashif. I'm working as a software engineer at Bangalore since 2 years now. And I was looking for ways to improve my communication skills, and that is how I got to know about Toastmasters. So this is my first visit to any club. So thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Kashav. We all have a first. We've all walked into some Toastmaster club someday as a first time. So Madhav, Kashav, thank you for joining us today. We're going to hope you have a good evening. We also have a few familiar guests now, and I'm going to hope you all also have a great evening and hoping all of you someday become a would-be Bright Heart. On that note, we have a new member who's almost in Shan. Shan's almost joined us, only once Ruchi gives her green signal. So hoping we can welcome Shan very soon as well. So on that note, I hereby declare meeting number 16 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters. We never forget tradition, so haven't I. So it's time to look at our MOM. How many of you didn't read the minutes of the meeting last week? Some are like, what's it? Ashwin, you're like a perpetual, right? So for anybody who hasn't, guests are excused, we will cover you. But for members, if you've not read the MOM, this is your time to open up the minutes of meetings that our newly chartered secretary Neville has posted. Neville's put in a lot of hard work and effort. So open up the MOM of last week, and I have 3 quick questions. Question 1. What was the new segment that we had last week, which we usually don't have? Neville is the first. Yes, money. Quiz on what? Quiz about the newsletter. Thank you, Money. That's right. I think Wasim did a fab job. We all agree. Right. So the next question. Who was the topic master for last week? Ruchino. Twinshu. Oh, well done, Twinshu. I know you didn't read it yet. Last question. Who did we feature in the snap of the week last week? Arna. You still got to give me a name. Look at Ashwin giggling his way away. Ashwin, are you happy? Why didn't you read it? Right. On that note, let's give Neville a huge round of applause for putting together such a fab MOM. Well done, Neville. Your first one, I'm sure it's special. Finally, moving on to our theme for today's meeting. I loved the theme. Where is Siddharth? He's just getting set for the meeting. When Siddharth came up with the theme and it spoke about decluttering space and just getting yourself organized, I felt that was my reflection in the mirror. I have such an OCD with organizing things that I am almost tempted to put the gavel back on the board. So that's how I am. If something's just angularly, slightly diagonal, I'd be waiting for guests to leave the house so that I can make it straight. Decluttering, I think, is my favorite hobby. I do it all times, not only on Diwali. I feel like if I woke up someday and my bed was messed, my day will be messed. But if I woke up one morning and my bed's organized, my house looks organized, no matter how tough my day ahead looks, there's a positivity that stays with me. That's an advantage of decluttering and keeping things organized. Not to forget that things are much easier to find when they are organized. It's unless you wear your spectacles on your head and you can't find it in the house, which is a different case. On that note, we've got somebody who will tell you all about decluttering and how it helps. This is one of the Toastmasters that I always count upon when I feel like there's a role that deserves someone very capable. In general, you would think he's very silent, but to me, he's a reflection of somebody who has amazing experience, a lot of maturity, and huge capabilities. One of our most proactive Toastmasters, who's now slightly balancing personal and professional, members know why. But ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our Toastmaster of the day in Toastmaster Siddharth Jain. All the best.
Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Are you all ready to have fun meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So I'm TA Modi for the day. I come up on the stage and tell you about the structure of the meeting, who is going to come up on the stage, and I introduce the theme of the meeting. And when our VP of Education, Arundhati, asked me to find a theme for the meeting, I thought very hard for a couple of minutes. I Googled for some time. Then I finally started watching a movie. Alright? And I ended up watching a movie called Limitless. Has anybody watched it? Raise your hand if you watched it. Okay. It's a movie starring Bradley Cooper. His life is really messy. His house is unorganized. He's not able to complete his book. His finances are messed up. So he comes across a drug, a pill that he takes up, and he becomes super intelligent. He becomes 100x intelligent. And then he ends up making hundreds of millions of dollars on stock market. But that's not the first thing he did after taking the pill. First thing he did is he cleaned up his house, threw out trash, organized his cupboard. And that's when I started thinking, wait a minute, this is the same thing that I do when I finally decide to study or start some work for the office. And there you go. We have a theme for the meeting: declutter your space and clear your mind. So decluttering your space has much more meaning associated with it. It's not just about hygiene. It's a more psychological impact that you have. When I started observing myself, when I have a bad day, my house is really not in order. When I have a good day, it's really clean. All the things are in order. And I personally think what you're going through in life, it reflects in your personal space. Like if you're having bad day, good day, people can say through looking at your personal space how your day is going. So I can tell you more about advantages of decluttering, but in context of Toastmasters, in order for us to have a successful meeting, Toastmasters meeting need a clear agenda. So Toastmasters meeting is divided in 3 parts. First is prepared speeches. Here, speakers come on the stage with a clear goal in mind. They speak for 4 to 7 minutes. And then second section of the meeting is table topics. This is an impromptu section of the Toastmasters. You will be given a topic to speak on, and you have to speak on it for 1 to 2 minutes. Guests are welcome to come on the stage and participate in this. And the third section of the Toastmasters is general evaluation. In this, our general evaluator will tell us how good we did, what can we improve on, be it structure, be it speech, all the things together. So to tell us about her role, I'd like to call upon the stage Angel Goel, who's our general evaluator for the day. To clear her mind and to declutter, she generally takes a walk or she talks to a friend. So please welcome Angel Goel.
Okay, I lost my notes, but good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How are you all doing?
Very well.
I am Angel, and I'll be your general evaluator for the meeting. And for those who don't know, as your general evaluator, I'll be evaluating the entire meeting from beginning towards the end. Now, fortunately, Toastmasters has simplified things for me because I don't have to do it alone. I have a wonderful team of speech evaluators and auxiliary role takers who will help me to perform this role well. With that, please help me welcome the first auxiliary role taker of today, the timer, Wasim Faisal. Now, when I asked Wasim if there is one thing that he would like to get rid of as of now, what would it be and why? He said that he has an old steel cupboard that I think all of you must be remembering from your childhood days. He calls it Biro. And he's not able to sell it. So if any one of you is interested, please reach out to him. Yes.
Yes. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. How many of you have stayed in a bachelor room? I mean, not like individually, but with 3-4 other bachelors. Okay. Now, I'm not sure about your experiences, but the bachelor rooms I stayed in are the cleanest of all. So clean that even if the owner comes after some time, he will have a doubt whether it's his house or someone else's house. That's what's the case. So sometimes he came like, was this the default color of the tile or is this that's the dust? That's how clean our rooms were. Now imagine, while I was staying in one such room, my mother called me up and she said, Fazal, we were just going to Chennai and somehow my grandmother mentioned she wanted to visit your place. I was like, what? When are you coming? Like in next 10-15 minutes, we will be there. Like gone. Now the next 10 minutes is one of those moments where I truly realized how every second is important. Similar to that, even in our meeting, we have predefined timings, and I request all of you to utilize to the best of your abilities. As the timer, I will track all the timings that you take for your speeches and keep indicating of the current time limit that you are in. For this meeting, for prepared speeches, icebreaker, the time limit would be 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will show the green card. At 5 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I will show the red card. Similarly, we have project 4 speeches where the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. And at 5 minutes, green, and 6 minutes, yellow, and then at 7 minutes, red. For the table topics, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At the first minute, I will show the green. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow. And then at 2 minutes, I will show the red. For the evaluators, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes green, 2 minutes, 30 seconds yellow, and 3 minutes, I will show red. All the speakers will be given a grace time of 30 seconds, post which you will be disqualified. Now, thankfully, on that day, within that 10 minutes, I could somehow manage, or else my mother would have disqualified me. Okay. Now here, if you don't stick to the time, I might disqualify you. So please stick to your timelines. At the end of the meeting, when the general manager calls me, I will give my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wasim. Now it is time to call upon the second auxiliary role taker. And when I asked him what is the one thing that he would like to get rid of, he said that he has a lot of expensive clothes that he doesn't wear. So, but it is bothering him because it's lying there. So if any one of you wants expensive clothes at discounted prices, you know who to reach. Please help me welcome our counter of the day, Priyansh.
Hi everyone. Today I'll be the counter of the day, and let me ask you a question. How many of you likes a clean room, or like they declutter their things? Everyone. In the same way, I will help you all to declutter your speeches. I'll be keeping track of CRPF words, where C stands for crutch words, like but, like. R stands for repetitive words, where a speaker uses some words or sentences which he repeats in his speeches. And P stands for unintentional pauses, and F stands for filler words like I will keep a note of that and will come back at the end of when called up by G.
Thank you so much, Priyansh. Now it is time to call upon the third member of our auxiliary role takers. Please help me welcome to explain his role, Toastmaster, or shall I say Bright Heart, Tarun Joseph. Now, when I asked Tarun what is one thing that he would like to get rid of in his life, he said traffic jams. And that it doesn't need any why, because I asked him why and he was like, why not?
Good evening, Bright Hearts, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. I'm Tarun, and I'll be serving as a grammarian for this meeting. I'll be keeping a close tab as a grammarian on the good, the proper usage as well as the improper usage of language. I'll also keep a note of all the exemplary usages of different types of quotes, thoughts, or contexts that enrich your speech in some way. I'm pretty sure that most of us, like Angel was highlighting, I'm pretty much obsessed with living in a world without traffic, but I'm pretty sure none of us have been left untouched by Bangalore's traffic here. Those metallic boxes of different shapes and sizes that try to squeeze in every single inch or every single square centimeter of space that they can get access to, just so that they can get 1 inch closer to your destination. It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. I know. So imagine something like this were to happen inside your head. Your unnecessary worries, negative thoughts. It's hard to think clear, right? When you're preoccupied with such things, when you're clogged, when your mind is clogged with such things. So this is the root cause of why we chose to have the word of the day as decongest. So decongest, the word, it means clearing up a space, to prevent it from overcrowding so that it becomes more open, more accessible. It makes things easier to find. And one usage of that would be when you decongest your table, you have a productive workspace. Okay. So as you speak today, let's also try to incorporate this word of the day as often as we can, not just into our vocabulary, but also into our physical spaces and in our minds as well. And when called upon by the general evaluator, once again, I'll present grammarian's report, and along with the tab on how many times the word of the day got used. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Tarun. Now it is time to call upon the last member of our auxiliary team. When I asked her what is one thing that she would like to get rid of, she said her procrastination habit. So much so that this is her New Year's resolution. And I hope that she doesn't procrastinate it to the next year. Please help me welcome the sketcher of today, Toastmaster Usha Kumari.
Good evening, Toastmasters, my fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. My name is Usha Kumari, and I am the listener today. I'll be playing the role of a sketcher. I'll be listening to all the speakers who take the stage today, and I'll make sketches which will capture some of the highlights of their speech from the speech content. At the end of the meeting, I'll come up with not more than 10 sketches, and it would be your task to identify what that sketch is and to which speaker that sketch corresponds to. So I encourage you all to listen carefully to all the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Usha. This is my first time witnessing a sketcher role, and I am super excited to see how it goes. With that, I'll be back with my report towards the end of the meeting. Till then, over to you, Timon.
All right. It's time for the prepared speech section, where our amazing speakers would come on the stage and deliver the speeches. To evaluate our first speaker, I'd like to call upon stage Neville Shah.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Twinshu. As he takes on his first step in this journey of Toastmasters, he will be giving his icebreaker speech, and the purpose of the speech is to introduce himself to the audience and so that everybody can know him better and give a basic structure to his speech and kickstart his journey at Toastmasters. Timer, please note the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. And as a customary, after every icebreaker speech, we give a standing ovation to this target speaker. So I request everyone, once Twinshu's speech is over, to give a warm standing ovation to him. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Our first speaker is attempting level 1, project 1. He is a software engineer from Raipur. To clear his mind, he exercises, cleans up his desk, and has a sip of tea. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Twinshu. What's in the name? What's in the name, Twinshu?
Hi, my name is Twinshu. When I say this, people often ask me, what does your name mean? Or if I am twin. I even searched in Google and even turned pages of dictionary to search my name, but I am unable to find its origin. If you ever find it, please let me know. And even at 9th standard, I thought of changing my name, looked into the process. But the best part is I always know what would be the first question in my interview. And that is, Twinshu, what does your name mean? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. I am from Raipur, Chhattisgarh. How many of you know where does Raipur and Chhattisgarh lies in India's map, kind of? So for those who doesn't know, that I can see 2-3 people. So it lies in central part of India. It's famous for lush green sceneries and its rich culture heritage. However, I'm from Gujarat. It's a land of where the real money is, with good Jews. Yeah. So with this, throughout my childhood, I was very shy, inquisitive, and above average kid who sits and whom you can find on second bench and second row of the class like this. And with shy, I mean I was elected to participate in any events, contests, annual functions, and even Olympiad exams. I was very fond of playing cricket and volleyball, and also when I'm not playing this, I was playing Cricket 2007, Vice City, San Andreas, and Need for Speed in my computer games. But then comes a tough decision, a major decision in my life. What I need to pursue in life. The school is kind of getting over. As a child, when people ask me, my friends, my relatives, my answer was proudly saying that I want to become a pilot in Indian Air Force. But that remained my dream profession. But with the time goes on, me and my friend used to discuss what options we have. Options like voice dubbing artist, lawyer, and tourist guide. I was very passionate about photography, videography, and even traveling. I used to travel and explore a lot, my childhood. With time goes on, I eventually decided to go for engineering. in engineering, it was a time to address my shortcomings I did in school life. School life in the sense I have to be active in college, making connections and making valuable connections and live the life that I wanted and improve my living and taking speech and all that participate in events. And with that, I applied in lot clubs like photography, music, videography, and even this coding club. One fine day, I received a call from music club member. Hi, Twinshu, you have applied for role of tabla. When are you available for audition? I received the call. Yeah, I haven't played tabla yet, but I am confident that I can play as I am very good table tabla player. He tells me, bro, if you haven't had experience of playing tabla, you can go for next year when the audition comes, and all the best for that. I dropped the call. Okay, no problem. It's okay. With that, I gave interview for coding club, and finally I cracked that. And in the list of the selected students, I was the first one. And with that, I made valuable connections, organized events, and made valuable connections, and it was far good, so good. And in the fourth year, we even participated and danced with my group, dance batchmates, and it was great fun of my college life. And in December 2023, I relocated to Bangalore for internship, and so far it has been so good. I love traveling, so I went to Gokarna, Rameshwaram, and even Chikmagalur. I attended so many tech events. I enrolled in swimming classes, which I wanted to do from so long, from class 10th. And today I am delivering my first icebreaker speech in front of you all. And for me, Toastbreaker is the best place for me to be it now, to improve my interpersonal skills, public speaking, and who can address audiences very flawlessly. To me, Twinshu is perseverance in hitting gym, and in swimming, excelling at work, or even thriving at Toastmasters. My goal in life is to go in world tour with my life partner, she is yet to join. Thank you.
Thank you for that amazing speech, Vinshu. Now it's time for our second speaker. Our second speaker is attempting level 1, project 4. To evaluate our second speaker, I'd like to call upon stage Ashwin.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today, my target speaker, Arna, is attempting her second speech from level 1, project 4, which is evaluation and feedback, where she'll apply all the feedbacks that she has received from her previous speech. Timer, please note, this speech would be between 5 to 7 minutes. I wish all the best for my target speaker, Arna, and over to you, TM Modi.
Our second speaker is Gen Z, and when asked how does she organize her day or how does she plan for her day, her answer was she plans her day in advance. She packs her bag for college, cleans up her desk, and that's how she declutters her mind and plans for a day. To deliver her fourth speech, I'd like to call upon stage Arna Gupta. Love yourself, Arna Gupta. Love yourself.
Can everybody hear me fine?
Yes.
One of my friends, Aditi, while unpacking her college dorm, showed me a poster that said, "Love yourself." I pointed to it, snickered a little bit, and told her, "You should put it up right there and follow the advice also." She sighed and said, "Yeah, I should. I'm working on it. Too bad it doesn't come with a how-to list." Good evening, Bright Hearts, Toastmasters, and dear guests. How many of you have heard the phrase, "love yourself"? I'm sure almost all of us have. It is one of those nebulous, ill-defined phrases that you find on coffee mugs and inspirational Insta posts. Incidentally, never with a step-by-step guide on actually how to do it. When I thought about loving myself, or what generally I thought about myself, the first thing that popped up in my brain, like most of us, is a list of everything I could do better. Could be more disciplined, I could eat healthier, could exercise. That slowly devolved into not so kind statements that we all say to ourselves. I'm a little lazy. I should be more motivated. These statements are not helped by the fact that the human brain has the capacity to remember embarrassing stories in 4K HD. Once, I was laying in bed at 3 a.m. thinking about a time where in school, I raised my hand, stood up and said, "Present, ma'am," in a new school where the culture only called for a slight raise and a controlled nod. I could feel the embarrassment that I felt that day. And if manifestation was a thing, my sheer willpower would have brought a time machine right there. I thought about it, and it had been 5 years since that incident, which is less than the statute of limitation for theft in California. Statute of limitation is the time limit in which a charge can be brought against you, so which you can be prosecuted for. So the Californian government would have let me off the hook for taking something that was not mine, and I had it for a crime that nobody even thought about except me. That day, it was 4 a.m. by then, I decided that the statute of limitation for my incidents that hurt nobody and nothing except my ego would be 1 year. I realized that loving yourself is not as straightforward as loving somebody else. Because in the back of your head, you have this list of how you could be better and pictures playing of every embarrassing moment and every mistake you ever made. But I think that can be overcome if you choose to forgive yourself and see yourself as human. Now, even after forgiving myself and not beating myself up, not hating myself, that's still not love. That's tolerance. So, I realized this 1 month after my 3 a.m. revelation, after Avi, a classmate, asked me, "Arna, do you love yourself?" Yeah, duh. But why? What do you mean, but why? The tone of that question had shut down all follow-up questions and that conversation. But I still thought about that question. When I thought, I couldn't think of a single well-defined reason why I love myself. Did I even love myself? At that point, I realized that love is about curiosity and admiration. Like, oh, he plays the guitar also. And I didn't have that yet. So I decided to be kind to myself and celebrate the small wins. Like Arna, I'm proud of you. You went for a run today. Like all of us should. Like the small wins, like going to the gym or meeting a friend for a conversation. Though these wins are small, it's important to acknowledge them and fight the little voice in your head that says it's not enough. Just like you would fight for somebody that you love. In conclusion, Bright Hearts, Toastmasters, and guests. Loving yourself is a nebulous concept, but it doesn't have to be. If you start by forgiving yourself and accepting yourself, and move on to being kind to yourself and listening to yourself, you will begin to start to love yourself. This not only helps you be more comfortable in your own skin, but also show up more authentically in the world, which makes the world an interesting place. So, my challenge to you guys is to love yourself, or at least start the process. Because not only will it make the world in general a better place, but this stage, if you choose to come up on it, will be more special because of it. Thank you.
Thank you for that amazing speech, Anna. Our next target speaker is attempting level 1, project 4. To evaluate, I'd like to call upon stage Selvam Francis.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and their guests. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Ruchi Jain, is attempting her level 1, project 4, persuasive influence pathway. Timer, please note the timing of her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And I wish all the very best to my target speaker, Ruchi Jain. And back to you, TM1.
Our next target speaker is entrepreneur in making. She is human-centered designer and she's currently setting up her own practice. I'd like to call upon stage Ruchi Jain. Amma, Ruchi Jain.
Am I audible without mic?
Yes.
Yes. Am I audible now?
Please slightly less.
Yes. Volume check necessary. The Portrait of a Lady, a very well-written story by Khushwant Singh. As I read through the story of author's recollection of his grandmother, I was transported to my own stories of childhood, memories of my grandmother. Amma. Unlike Khushwant Singh's grandmother, who was quiet, introvert, and shy, Amma was loud, social, excellent cook, and a religious lady. She was a lady not to be missed. My early memories of her are of my school days. My brother and I would return home from school, find ourselves surrounded by delicious meals prepared by her. And mind it, me and my brother were not too easy souls to feed. While my brother wanted something sweet, I wanted something spicy or tangy. But Amma aced at her job. After ensuring that me and my brother were fed, we would lay side by side on her single bed. As she narrated her stories of her satsang from that day, we would all slowly go into an afternoon nap. On weekends, Amma made it her mission that we go to the Jain monastery along with her. And it was not easy for any of us. Neither Amma nor the two reluctant kids
who were damn adamant to sleep through the holiday. But Amma was adamant. She would wake at the dawn and she would get herself dressed and station herself outside the home and shout for the entire neighborhood to hear. Get up, get dressed, you are making me late. Now, embarrassed, we had no room for negotiation. So, defeated, we would get up, get dressed, and go with her. Summer breaks with Amma tirelessly working on sewing machine while we tirelessly playing outside with our neighborhood friends. But winter breaks meant me and my brother in deep hibernation on Mama's bed while savoring on the winter savories like gajar ka halwa, til ki barfi, til kut, sarso da saag, makki di roti, and what not. Tirelessly prepared by Amma and tirelessly savored by us. Those winter afternoons, we three would station ourselves on the rooftop, and while our Amma rested, we would play around her. Her presence, a constant reassurance in our lives. Amma had a deep, innate ability to empathize with others without asking anything in return. I particularly remember when I was 10, a neighborhood woman living opposite to our home lost her husband. While Amma was recovering from a major surgery of her own, she was moved. She tirelessly spent next few months making sure the women received her pension, find an employment, and become financially stable. Amma's love and care extended beyond her family. Sometimes I would fathom how a person could give so much without asking anything in return. It was not like she did not had her own fair share of struggles. She had endured years of emotional abuse by her in-laws and grieved the early death of her eldest daughter. But she wore those scars with dignity and grace. She channelized her pain into strength and compassion. Often, I would hear people saying, Amma used to look so beautiful in her younger days. She was the fashion diva in her town. But to me, she was always Amma. A wrinkled woman with bespectacled face, adorned in saris and her hands perpetually in motion, be it cooking, stitching, or involved in religious activities. As years passed by, Amma was diagnosed with cancer. Survivor at heart, she braved through multiple surgeries and fought valiantly. The relationship that I shared with Amma was beautiful. Many of us share such relationship with people. The imprint that it leaves on us is indelible. Even now, I remember what Amma was. She was a nurturer, a warrior, a storyteller, and most important of all, a woman who taught me love and resilience. Even now, I feel her essence in the warmth of the winter sun, in the aromas of the halwas, and the experiences and the stories that shape the person I am today. Thank you.
Thank you for that amazing speech. Now it's time to vote the best speaker. The link for the best speaker would be shown on the screen. Vote 1. bit.ly/bstmvote1.
Then it's not voted. We're expecting at least 18 votes.
Okay, now it's time to decongest from this place and go to the back of the room. We have a refreshment available at the back of the room, and we'll reconvene in 20 minutes at 5:20. So we are going to start for second section of the meeting, which is table topics. Please take your seats. Right. So before we start with the second section, which is table topics, the first, the theme of the day is declutter your space, declutter your mind. So we'll talk about a little bit of advantages of decluttering your space and decluttering your mind. But how do you do it? Where do you start? So I read about it and I came across an interesting fact. So whenever somebody gets recruited to army or navy, first thing that they are taught is to make up their bed. And there is a very important psychological reason behind it. No matter how bad your day is going, when you return back home, you have something that is in order. In the morning when you wake up, the first thing that if you do first thing right, you feel immediately happy about it. To declutter your space, to have a good day, first thing that you should do is make your bed. Right? So that is something I think everybody should try. And to start for table topic, we have table topic master as Anmol. He's social media manager, and to declutter his mind, he goes to sleep. Right? Please welcome Anmol.
Cool. Check. Audible?
Yes. Yes.
Screen is coming? No, I mean, am I seeing in the screen? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. There are times when you get into an argument with a colleague or a friend or your mother, right? You get into a quarrel, you start a discussion. And there are times when you have nothing to say. Primarily because you realize when it's a colleague, you realize the other person is so dumb. And you realize, why did the HR even hire? Happens a lot of time in corporate world. But the other times, you are dumbstruck, you have nothing to say, and you're thinking, damn, if only I could have said something better, right? So the next day morning, you get up and you're brushing your teeth. If only I had given this reply. If only I had given this savage comeback. Damn, right? You're doing that when you're brushing, you're doing that when you're having a bath. That happens a lot. But it doesn't happen to me because I don't have a bath, right? but I do brush my teeth. So I do think about that. Yeah. So, a very good evening, everybody. As you might have guessed, I am the table topic master. And, this part of the speech is where it's very important, primarily because you use 4 skills, is that you listen, you process, you organize your thoughts, and you deliver. It's probably the only section where you use 4 skills. And that is why the importance of this is important in every aspect of your life. And to do this, hopefully by the end of this section, you will be able to give a little bit of savage comebacks to your colleagues or your brother, or hopefully not your parents, right? So to give you a little context about this, audience, when called upon, you will have 1 minute to deliver your speech. You have a minimum of 1 minute. At 1 minute, you are shown the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, you're shown the yellow card. At 2 minutes, you're shown the red card. And after that, you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. And I also advise you to use the word of the day, which is decongest. I've also been told by the grammarian to do so. Otherwise, he will probably kill me. So please use the word decongest. Now, this is also a section where the guests also can come and speak. So feel free to, come and speak, take a topic and, speak. We don't bite. We're very friendly. Bright hearts are very nice. So anybody who wants to come first, or should I call upon names? Sure, come. Oh, nice. You want the mic?
No, it's fine.
Cool. Yes. ठीक है ना? ठीक. I'm done. Okay. You want the mic?
Hello everyone.
So if your mind were a room, describe how it looks right now. How cluttered it is.
So, hello everyone. Hello Arundhati. Hello all the Toastmasters. Thank you for giving me this amazing opportunity. So, if I'm in room, so decoration is very important nowadays, because we know wherever we are staying now, we will do the because wherever we are staying, it should be very good, looking very good, because otherwise the entire day will be like hazy. So for that reason only, we have to manage each and everything. So each and everything very decorative way. Suppose if we are working in any of the corporate companies, or we are a student, so for that reason the decoration of room should be different. Why it's different? Suppose if you are a student, bookshelves will be there, some tables will be there, that you can manage your minds and you can do whatever you want very easily, because whatever the main priority to manage your room is to get the better output. Okay, so for that reason only, suppose if you are a techie software engineer, or suppose you are the management professional, for that reason you have to manage your room like some gadgets will be there, like MacBooks and laptops. So you have to do codings and this kind of things. So for that reason only, for me, decoration of room is very important.
because you are staying in a room that should be like dreamland. If you're staying in a dreamland, then only you can do whatever you want. Because so for that reason only, decoration of room is very important. Manage your room, whatever you want, make it like a dreamland. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Your name? Shantanu. Shantanu. Toastmaster Shantanu, that is. I mean, guest Shantanu. Thank you so much. Thank you. Guest Shantanu. That was a really good speech, at least for a guest. I thought I should probably call a member. Probably you're starting to join the Bright Hearts, so that's very nice. Can I have any Harsh? Yeah. What is one small step you can take to start decluttering your life?
Back in college, in my second year, I had decided to take part in a lot of clubs. This included the music club. I wanted to take part in the football team, as well as a coding club, like one of my friends just mentioned in his speech. When I did that, I realized that balancing these three clubs along with my studies is getting tough. In my third year, I met a friend called Parth, and I learned something very important from him. He showed me his laptop where he had a Google sheet in which he wrote each and everything he had planned for the day, for the week, and for the coming month. He had columns made for the stuff he wants to accomplish by morning, by afternoon, by evening, and night. Starting that day, I started doing that, and that has changed my life completely. Today, I am working in a startup. I go to the gym. I even get time to play sports in between. I try my best, level best, to attend Bright Hearts when I can. And I'm also preparing for a competitive exam. I'm able to do this only because of that sheet that Parth showed me that day that inspired me to make one sheet of my own. That would be probably the first step I would tell anyone to take if someone wants to organize his day better. Thank you.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that. Initially, I saw my friend do that too, and I kind of laughed at him. I'm like, "Bhai, ye kya kar raha hai?" You know. But then later, I realized like this is the way to go, and the sooner we realize that, it'll be very helpful. For the next, we'll switch on to another segment, a little fun segment. I'll trying something new. So can we have Arundhati, if that's okay? Okay. So, you know, the minute you said, you know, if I have something in my house which is a little turned, I was like, this is a topic for you. So imagine it's the 5th of January, right? For context, that's when we celebrated her birthday. We are in your house and we're celebrating a party, and you know the context. Everything is a mess. There is party poppers everywhere. There's pizza down the floor. Arna has taken a drink. She spilled it. You know the story. So everything is a mess. Nothing is aligned. How would you react now?
Brilliant how he said, I'm going to try something new and let's have Arundhati. It's like an experimental piece in the room. But thank you, Anmol, for that topic. I must just very honestly admit that this is not only a topic for table topic, but pretty much been my whole life. So I do have friends and family come over. I had people come over just yesterday, and when they left home, the ground floor had things all over the place. The first floor had things tumbled all over the floor. And what I have learned to do in life, and this is something I really give a lot of credit to my parents as I was growing up. So this habit of mine that I have, where everything should be exactly where it belongs, and not even move a little bit is not a newly found habit. It was with me since I was a kid. So what I used to do is, initial days, when we had guests at home, and they would pick up something just to see it. Maybe there's a trophy you won, there's a book you've kept, and they pick it and they say, oh, that's brilliant, and they leave it on the table. As a child, I'd just walk in, right in front of them, pick it, and put it back in its place, like where it belonged. And in my head, I thought it was all fine, because I was just keeping it decluttered and very organized. But one day, after one such incident, my dad sat me down and told me something very simple. That you have a brilliant habit to keep things organized, because of which the house looks great, your life might be organized. But how people feel when they come to your home is more important than any organization at any point in life. Feelings supersede everything. So next time, how about we try this? Let the guests do whatever they do, and after they leave, you and I can have a fun activity of dividing everything that's decluttered and see who can organize it fastest and put it back at its right place. I didn't care all about the feelings, but I love the competitive angle to it, so I did it. And over the years, ladies and gentlemen, it's become a habit. I'm not offended at all with any mess that happens. Once everybody leaves, I very silently put things back. It's a great reminder of my dad and makes me happy to be organized. Thank you.
Rest assured, we will be heading to your house and you will know the outcome of it. But I think you very well put it when you said feelings supersede everything. That's such a nice way to put it. Very nice. Can we have a club growth director now, if that's all right? Or yeah, no, that's not. Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, sure. So, yeah, for the yeah.
Go ahead.
So, your son has entered the kitchen and he's made a mess out of everything, right? Everything's a mess. The juice is split everywhere. The gas stove is, is on.
Were you at my home last night?
No. So now you have entered, and yeah, how are you going to react to this?
I just asked you, were you at my home last night? Because that's exactly what happened Saturday evening. My son's name is Abhivir. He's 13 years old. And he obviously did not want to have roti and chapati and sabji, because that's what most of you do, right? You don't want on a Saturday evening. Who wants to eat boring Indian food? So he said, I'm going to make my own food. He comes up to me. I was working. I was on a call. And he said, can I make my own dinner? I said, please be my guest. Do what you feel like doing. Do what makes you happy. And sure enough, he pulled out the son. By the way, he is great at being independent and feeding himself. Even if he just goes into the cabinet, my oldest son, who is 54 years old, does not do that. I hope you got the answer. Who is my oldest son? My oldest son will wait for me to feed him, but my 13-year-old is very self-sufficient. He went into the cabinet, he picked up a bowl of milk and he poured cereal, the Fruit Loops, until it overpoured. And of course, the whole counter is messy, well described, Anmol, fantastic. And at the end of it, I walk down. He has a bright smile on his face and he's well fed. He's not cranky anymore. Fed is best. Ask any of your moms. Fed is best. I don't care if he ate Fruit Loops and he had a frozen ham sandwich and he had a packet of chips. He was fed. After that, one look. Let me tell you one advantage I have. We've lived in the US, so the children are trained, quote unquote, trained to clean up after themselves. So once he was fed, he was allowed to do what he wanted to do, what made him happy. He looked at me and he knew what was expected. Like Arundhati said, we said, let's go. All right, you pick up the dishes, I sweep the floor. And that's what we did. And we had a lot of fun. He had his share of fun making his sandwich with no interruptions and no roti chapati. And I had my fun because he cleaned up after himself. So Listen, boys and girls. Like, I have the privilege of calling you boys and girls because I'm way older than you. But listen, boys and girls, do what you want to do, what makes you happy. Once you're happy, then pass on that happiness, pay it forward to your parents, to your friends, to your family, and there's going to be a lot of happiness all over. Thank you. Back to you.
So well put. It feels like I'm back in college. I'm listening to lectures by and learning things by both, astute leaders. Yeah, amazing, lovely. Can I have a guest now? Any guest? Any guest? Any would love? Come on. Yeah. Okay, so you're back in college and you are in your dorm, right? In your hostel, and you're moving out now. Your parents have come to pick you up. Your parents see that your dorm is a mess. There are glasses of bottles there, which look like things you shouldn't be doing. There is your shirt, it's a mess. And your friend is doing some things which he shouldn't be doing as well. So now, how will you convince your mom that this is not your room, and you just came here to tell your friend bye? Or yeah, you can take it anyhow you want, any way you want.
Hello everyone. So that is a really good question, first of all. So before I jump onto that topic, when I left my hometown Rajkot for Bangalore, my parents said one thing. As I'm coming from Gujarat, I'm veg and not allowed to drink. He said one thing: do not drink, do not eat non-veg. That's the priority thing for you. Now coming to the topic, if they would have found me doing such activity, you can imagine what will happen. So they'll not care where I am, where they are. There will be certainly a drama and lot of beatings. but yes, I would convince them that this is not my mess. My friend is doing it, and authority has decided room allocation. I cannot do anything after that, and so that whatever he does, I just go outside. He does in the room, and once he is done, I come inside and I do my part of the job. So yeah, that would be it.
Thank you. Thank you, guest Ravi. That's the best thing to do. Put somebody else under the bus. Authority did it. Authority, not me. That's the best thing to do. So with this we come with the end of the table topic session. I would now like to hand over the next part to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Angel.
Once again, very good evening, everyone. How did you enjoy the meeting? Very fun. Great to hear. Now it is time for the general evaluation. First of all, we'll be having the speech evaluators to present their evaluation report. So let me call upon the evaluator of the first speaker of today's meeting, Neville Shah, on the stage.
Just like today's theme and my target speaker's name, I have two sheets of evaluations. One, a very congested, cluttered sheet. And then I sat silently and decluttered decongested with another sheet. Our target speaker today started with the question when somebody asked him, "What is the meaning of your name?" And he beautifully said, "I don't know. I tried Googling, but I didn't have an answer either." But today, as an evaluator, while you gave a beautifully structured speech and walked us through the journey of your life, I would like to give you my highlights of your speech by breaking your name down into Twin Shu. Twin, my Gujju brother from another mother. I have three recommendations, like highlights from your speech, which are Shu, where S stands for structure. You had a beautiful structure. You started with the beginning where you had a hook describing your name and explaining neither can Google or ChatGPT answer it. But then you went on to describing your childhood and how you faced your life from college, joining different clubs, to dancing with your batchmates, or exploring different activities during your childhood, from playing games to cricket, videography, everything that's possible under the sky. And with that, you started off your journey after coming, and with your college ending and you coming to Bangalore, you wanted to explore public speaking. You ended with another hook, which was connected to your beginning. What is in my name? Twin Shu. And you explained to us that the meaning is perseverance and determination. That was a beautiful connect with the audience as well, that you started with what is my name, and then you explained what does my name mean to me and what's my purpose. Secondly, the H stands for humor. You had beautiful instances of humor in your speech where you are like, "I'm the table player," when you're talking about a tabla player. That was a beautiful gesture. Then, "unable to find my name anywhere," was another instance where I could hear giggles in the audience. The third acronym, U, stands for your unique style, where you use different gestures from video recorder to the twin or my life partner. You had that in your speech, and I love for an icebreaker that was commendable, and usage of anecdotes like table tabla player or land of rich people, the Gujjus in the house. That was another instance where I could relate to being a Gujju. I just have one minor feedback. Some places you beautifully covered your pauses where you're fumbling and you extended the speech. So I would recommend you to practice a few more times. That can make your speech even better. Overall, what's in the name? Twin Shu, you had beautiful structure, humor, and unique style. And I look forward to many more speeches, and congratulations for breaking the ice. Over to you.
Now I would like to call upon evaluator number 2 for speaker Arna. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ashwin.
Good evening. Toastmaster Arna, you delivered your Project 4 second speech. And the goal of this project was to attempt incorporate all the feedbacks that you received from your first speech, right? So these are the things that was said to you on the first speech. Try not to segment the audience, allow some time for the humor to sink in, and the speech needs more of a definite purpose in it. Let's see if you address those in this speech. So starting off with highlights of your speech. You had great body language and facial expressions throughout your speech. Well, you said the amount of embarrassment, with the face and everything, and the time machine dropping in right here. Those, I love them. And okay, this might be a personal favorite, but during your speech, you had this line saying that he plays the guitar also. That was from your previous speech, right? I noticed this, and it was like an Easter egg kind of a thing from your previous speech, incorporating that into this speech. I love that. Okay. And coming to things that you could improve, you had in your speech, you had your friend and you playing yourself with two characters here. While doing that, you said, Arna, do you love yourself? You were like, duh. And that worked well. But what could have been better is that adding a personality to that character. So that your friend is here. Arna, do you love yourself? I'm sure that's not how she said that. But doing that and you playing your character would add two different personalities so that the audience can relate to it more. And while adding humor, there were a few points of humors here and there. So there were a few giggles as well. So this is one feedback that I received during my speech. So the thing is that while adding humor to your speech, keep in mind that there are different audience here. So end of the day, you're delivering it for the public. So while drafting humor lines to it, try to make sure that would this humor line work for me, who is in the audience as an Ashwin or an Neville? Would Neville love for this? Would a Ruchi love for this? So that from that perspective, you can, if they would love for this, you can approach with that humor so that that would land throughout the audience. And you gave a challenge to us to love ourselves. And here is my challenge for you, which is stage coverage. Most of your speech, you are here, but the stage is almost like this part to this part, right? You were great with your body language and expressions. Imagine covering stage along with this body language and expression. It would be a killer combo. You delivering, I was embarrassed for this set of audience and coming to another line which for this set of audience. So that you cover things with the stage and with your facial expression so that it is, it reaches for throughout the audience. And that is my evaluation for your speech.
Thank you so much, Ashwin. Now it is time to move on to our last evaluator of today, Toastmaster Selvan.
Good evening, everyone. So today I'll structure my evaluation into three aspects. One, highlights of the speech, and second, what went well, and third, what could have been better. Honestly, I didn't find anything, but still I'll find something and give it to you so that you can use it for next speech. So first of all, Toastmaster Ruchi Jain, thank you very much for sharing your personal story and heartfelt one, and also bringing your childhood memories. Here some highlight, the way you describe, grandmother, Amma, yeah, it's special for all of us, right? At the beginning only we can connect and we can relate to your story. Especially when you said about the way meals prepared and her empathy and the special bond and the way you described your Amma, her love, her care and care behind your family and the way she approached her life and relationship you had with her. And here are some of the positive what went well. Starting with clarity, you had a good start and usage of words was too good. The flow of the story was good, especially when it started with childhood memories and life lessons and Amma's resilience. You had a natural gesture and body language. It was very relaxed and you had eye contact throughout your speech. And we could see that facial expression when you were talking about memories, we could see the smile. And when you talk about admiration, we could see in your face. And when there was a sad thing, we can see that empathy. And you had a very good vocal variety, especially when you said, your Amma said like, get up, get dressed, you are making me late. It was good. And also when you called on those sweets name. And you had, I know it's an emotional story, but you had very good humorous lines. When you said how Amma prepared sweets tirelessly and how you had it tirelessly. It was good. And emotional. I really like the way you conveyed your love and admiration and Amma, how she cared about your family. And with that, there are just small recommendation, just small improvements which you can do. the conclusion. You just finished saying how she shaped you today, but you could have ended with adding some more you could have summarized some memory or some takeaway or emphasize on how Amma's value even today it inspires you, and some audience engagement could have been added. For example, you could have started with saying, how many of you remember the great memories of your grandmother? You could have done that. Maybe some question, some direct engagement would have been good, so that it is more interactive and inclusive. So for your second speech, work on your facing and pauses, so that you can convey that emotional effectively to everyone. And again, I'm telling you, I really like your story. I'm looking forward for your second speech. Thank you so much. Back to you, Jimmy.
Thank you so much, Selvan. Now it is time to call upon the tag team. Please help me welcome the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Vasi on stage.
Good evening, everyone, again. So let's see who, got right in time, and then who was like very conveniently cleaned the space, and then who got disqualified by my mom. So unfortunately, we have one disqualification today. So evaluated 2, Ashwin, crossed the time. He took 3 minutes, 40 seconds. So Ashwin, later I will tell you if for disqualification, what my mother used to do. So, so now there was also, like say, when people are experienced, they know how to exactly do it on time, right? So that was from Arundhati and Natasha. So they just Arundhati did their table topics at 2 minutes 22 seconds. Natasha did it at 2 minutes 26 seconds. So that shows basically their experience to do it on time. Now going forward, all others are qualified. I will go through the time taken by each and every role taker. So starting with SAA Money, took 4 minutes 10 seconds. President Arundhati took 8 minutes 15 seconds. T-Mod Siddharth took 9 minutes 40 seconds. The general evaluator Angel, so far I've taken 14 minutes 12 seconds. Going to the speakers, speaker 1, Twinshu, took 5 minutes 50 seconds. So the thing is, almost all the speakers got at the same time. Everything was around 5 minutes 50 seconds. So Twinshu was 5 minutes 50 seconds. Arna was 5 minutes 50 seconds. And then Ruchi was 5 minutes 54 seconds. So that is, but the only difference is Twinshu's end time is like 6 minutes. So in a way, Twinshu was almost like when my mother was just about to ring the bell, he just got it done. Going to the table topics, table topic master Anmol took 6 minutes 40 seconds. Table topic speaker 1, guest Shantanu took 1 minute 40 seconds. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Harsh took 1 minute 35 seconds. For Arundhati and Natasha, I already mentioned. And speaker 5, guest Ravi took 1 minute 24 seconds. Apart from this, we started the meeting a little late, 3 minutes late. And it was good that someone came and mentioned that we will be starting a little late. And then the breaks were on time. That's my report.
Thank you so much, Vaseem. Now it is time to call upon the counter of today, Toastmaster Priyansh.
Hi everyone. Back with my report. So I will be telling the names and the crutch sounds and the crutch words which every speaker has used. So Dart has used quite a few crutch sounds and his crutch word is so. Angel used crutch sounds 2 times. And Twinshu used crutch sound 3 times, and his repetitive word is and. Arna used crutch sound once. And Neville, you have a habit of using and many times in your speech. And Ashwin used 3 times crutch sound, and his crutch word is so, which you used for 5 times. And Selvam used crutch sound quite a many times, and his crutch word is so. And Anmol used crutch sounds 2 times. Guest Shantanu used crutch sounds 2 times, and his crutch word is so. Harsh used crutch sound 3 times. And guest Ravi used crutch sound 2 times, and he also has a repetitive word of yeah. And there were 4 speakers who have discongested their speeches with the CRPF words: Mani, Arundhati, Ruchi, and Natasha.
Thank you so much, Priyansh. Now it is time to call upon the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Tarun Joseph.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening. So as a grammarian, I'll be presenting an exclusive coverage of all the highs and the lows when it comes to language and its usage throughout this meeting. So with respect to the number of times the word of the day was used, it was a decent 11, but I'm counting on the one who is going to prepare MOM to use it as generously as he possibly can while we see it come on to our social media handles. Another one is when it comes to the good usage or proper usage, I have made a few noteworthy elements in the speeches that we meet today. One of them was the phrase "wearing stars with dignity," when especially that came from Ruchi when she described how her loved ones face difficulties with poise and without getting overwhelmed. Another one was indelible imprint, which is a very good phrase, while describing fond memories about loved ones, which leave a mark. This has already been used and probably going to use it in my vocabulary as well, tirelessly prepared and tirelessly savored, just to highlight the feeding frenzy that you see when food comes onto the table, especially when kids are around. The usage that I want to highlight here is the phrase slowly devolve, and I used it just to highlight the gap that we often find between expected outcomes versus the reality of confronting our own embarrassing moments. Another one is the theme itself, where she used the term nebulous to highlight the fact that something called like loving yourself is easier said than done. So coming to the improper instances of language use, I would like to point out a couple of phrases, or 2 or 3 phrases, in fact. One is, I came across this term, how good we did. Instead, the speaker could have used how we performed. I also came across this usage of land of where, this phrase is land of where real money is. Instead, it could be land where real money dwells. Another one is, another example of improper usage would be with time goes on. Instead, the speaker could have used as time went by. And a minor one, although, instead of using the term audiences, which in itself is not the appropriate use, you could have used the term audience. So that's a wrap of all things related to the usage of language. Thank you, General Evaluator, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Tarun. Now it is time to part of the thing that I'm looking forward to. Please help me welcome the last member of our auxiliary role takers team, Toastmaster Usha Kumari.
Good evening, everyone. I'm back with my masterpieces. So we'll divide the group into two sections, okay? Wasim, you would be this side, and okay. So this is one side and this is another side. Let's see who wins. Okay. So it's a competition. This is very simple. This first question goes to row A and row B. Okay. Row A. Yeah. Ruchi, correct. This is Ruchi. When Ruchi and her brother are back, they are fed with some jalebis and some good food. Okay. Now I would say something. This is going to be a little tricky, but yeah. Yeah. Right. Prinshu sitting in the second. So both are in same points. Now I think I'll go for this one here.
Night counting stuff.
The one who makes Google Sheets for the day, for the week, for the month.
Google Sheets. What was his name?
Are you okay with the answer?
Shant.
What? What's your answer?
Her.
Wrong. I'll move on.
Shant.
I'll move on. Fine. Okay, I'm taking it off. Yes, guys. No.
Where is the timer when you need it?
Okay, this is a 9, the night.
No hints.
Okay.
We didn't get hints.
Time up.
Again, it'll go here. Okay. Again, it goes here. One last chance.
What is it?
Yeah,
give it a clue now. Second round.
Okay, second round, it's in the night and he's like writing down something.
Somebody's writing down something.
Who writes something? Writing something at night.
He's writing down some things.
Writing down.
Okay, I'll go here. Very close, very close. Even Justin has said that name.
Then why did you say
Name has been told.
Shantanu, we said.
Yeah. But no, they said first. Okay, tell me, what is he doing?
What is he doing? What did Shantanu do?
He's writing his checklist for the day.
Oh.
But he said no. Okay. Last one. Very easy. How many minutes?
Arre.
Arna.
Yeah.
Arna.
Oh. Do you love yourself? Arna has been asked a question. Last.
Art. Thank you so much. No, I have. And I was shouting with this online audience. Sorry. Now it is time for my evaluation report. Starting with the pre-meeting preparations. All the roles I am told that were filled on time. There were 2 backouts though due to some emergency, but they were instantly filled and briefed. Poster and agenda was also released in time. So well done, education as well as CRT. Now coming to the table topic section. So this is how I will structure my report. Table topic section, then tag team, then evaluation and speakers. And okay, before evaluation and speakers, I'll give the SAA, TMOD, and the PO feedback as well. Starting with the table topic master, Anmol. Anmol, where are you? Yes. Got you. So very interesting topics. You just said the topic and I laughed. Like everyone was there. So I felt like, and also very relatable for the people you were calling. Like, okay, your son did this. And for Arundhati, you were like, your guest made a mess. So I felt that you had this presence of mind to which topics to give that they will also do well. Well, very well done. Coming to the areas of challenges, I just have a minor feedback. There was a confusion amongst names for table topic speakers. So whenever you take the role next, say the name, say the topic, and the usual format we follow, the topic and the name. Coming to the table topic speaker number 1, Shantanu, the night user, I guess, because that is why I thought when you made that night stars. This is your first table topic. Very well done. Like, you got this topic around how cluttered is your mind, but you very cleverly talk on what you wanted to and look very comfortable. I got confused. Okay, what was the topic? You were very comfortable on stage. Please keep coming on stage. And yes, that's it. Coming to table topic speaker number 2, Harsh. Harsh, your relatability, where are you? Okay. So his relatability was on point when he was talking about his college stories and how just this Google sheet helped him. And he had a very calm demeanor. So I felt that that was the highlight for me. I just felt like listening to him if he would just keep on saying some story and telling me. So that was the highlight for me. Coming to his challenges, I felt that he could have opened with something to grab the attention of the audience better. I felt that he started with back in my college days. So if he could have started with something to catch the audience, maybe with some expression, my friend told me, or maybe some question to engage the audience better, it would have given a stronger start. Coming to table topic speaker 3, Arundhati, she was a savage kid. And the message that she had, that feelings superseded everything. I think that it is also the core of the Toastmasters setting that we are in, that despite of everything, we make everyone feel special. So I felt that her message was really inspirational or motivating, definitely. Just a challenge I have for her minor is that I'm hoping that she can hear me because I'm very loud. She she could have ended with a generalized conclusion. She said that is how, when you all also leave, I will clear everything. I feel that she had a message that feelings supersede everything. She could have said that, okay, audience, whenever something makes you uncomfortable, still take the perspective of the other person also in context in your mind so that you don't hurt them. So I feel that could have elevated her table topic to the next level. Table topic speaker number 4, our club growth director. The energy with which you entered, he didn't even finish his topic. He's like, you were like, you were there in my home last night? So I felt that it just took your table topic to the next level. The moment you started speaking very fresh, your pace, your energy, your enthusiasm was very infectious, and the whole story thing you had, it made me imagine everything. Also the relatability, very well. I don't have any area of challenge I tried to find, but well done. Coming to table topic speaker number 5, guest Ravi. Ravi, where are you? Yes. So when you said do not drink, do not eat non-veg, it got reminded me of my parents, because when I came to Bangalore, so I had left non-veg for 2 years and I hadn't drank before. So my parents assumed that I won't do that. But let's not talk about it. Otherwise, keep coming on stage. Didn't look like you were a guest. You felt like a seasoned Toastmaster already. Well done. Now coming to my tag team. Timer, Wasim. Wasim, you put up humor even in your report. Like everything you said, you made a callback to your story with your amma. I'll make you meet my amma. So, or tell you how she used to teach me. Very funny. Also, you started finding patterns in your report. Like these 3 people did like this. These are the senior members. These people did like this. So I think very well done. Like it showed your presence of mind and your ability to critically evaluate. No major challenges for you. Coming to our counter, Priyansh. Priyansh, you incorporated the theme very well. The CRPF words you explained also very well. Coming to your areas of challenge, I just have one area of challenge for you. That is, when you were saying someone used 2 crutch words, I would have loved to know which exactly which crutch word am I talking about, like or you know or something else. It would help the speaker as well. Now coming to the grammarian Tarun, you also checked all the check boxes. You explained the meaning of, you had a very interesting way of explaining the meaning, the way you said that I will also use it. And I think it added a personal touch to the grammarian's report as well. So well done on that. For your challenge, I'm not very sure, did you ask the audience to show a thumbs up when we use the word of the day? So yeah, I think that was missed. But other than that, loved your role. Coming to our last auxiliary role taker, Usha. Usha, so wonderful drawings, so much creativity. We were listening. I was sitting next to her. She was drawing with sketch pens and everything. The way you know, this is the first time we talk about active listening. We talk about non-verbal cues. We talk about language beyond words. I saw it for the first time. And I think you did a phenomenal job with trying to create. I think it was difficult as well. Very well done. The only challenge I have for you, it's not really a challenge, it's your choice, but I feel that in your role introduction, you could have incorporated a theme a little bit, just do something around the theme. It just adds a new flavor when all the role takers are aligned and, you know, to the meeting. Now coming to the Sergeant at Arms, Mani. Where are you, Mani? Hi, Mani. So Mani, you, first of all, everybody would agree, the creativity you added while explaining the rules. I haven't seen that. Bright Heart is, I don't know, 10 words or what, 10 letters or what. And you, sorry, 12. And you somehow expanded on every letter. Very creative, very well done. Plus also the energy, very loud and clear. Everything was super smooth. No major challenge for you. Coming to our presiding officer, Arundhati, her energy was infectious. She made everyone feel very warm with her welcome and everything. I felt that highlight for her major was the active listening comments she made for each speaker, that RVPPR would be happy, RVPM would be happy. I felt that it was very personalized and must have made the guests feel special. Coming to our Toastmaster of the day, Siddharth. Siddharth, very interesting theme, first of all. Declutter your surroundings to calm your mind. I think that you have this personality as well, this calming personality to suit. So it very well suited your entire aura. Also, when you started this Arundhati thing, relatability. I went on Google. I went on, then I started watching a movie and then I slept. Same thing I do with my mentor also. I mean, I have to send the recording to her, so. Moving on, areas of challenges for you. I just felt that you could have added more content. I felt that there was so much, in the beginning you talked about the theme and you added a conclusion after a break, but I felt that after every speaker ended and the next segment started, you could have added some audience engagement with the slides or anything so that it could have, the theme would have been more pronounced for the meeting. Otherwise, well done. Love your silent, what should I say? Serene energy. Now coming to the evaluators. Evaluator number 1, Neville. Neville, I haven't seen anyone give evaluations like you do. Twin shoe. My Gujju twin shoe. Then structure, humor, and use a unique. Very unique. I agree with most of with all your points. The gestures point you made, very well done. Like, I don't have any major feedback for you, but your evaluation is a whole act. Kudos to you for that. Coming to Twin Shoe, what a lovely icebreaker. You started with your story from childhood, then you talked about your entire journey of what you wanted to do as a kid, then figuring out life, then you talked about your Toastmasters as well. Like, you mapped your entire journey from your childhood second bench to this stage you are on today. Very well done. Plus, I agree, your gestures was something else. For icebreaker, I have never seen such amazing gestures. Well done. Coming to evaluator number 2, Ashwin. Ashwin, I love the way you interacted with Arna. I just felt very encouraged. If I would have been Arna, the way you were just looking at her and the energy that you were transferring, I felt that it was something I don't see that much. So well done on that. I'm sure Arna would have felt very encouraging. She agrees. So well done. The challenge I have for you, I felt that you could have presented your report in a little of bulleted points, like this is first highlight, second highlight, third highlight. I felt that sometimes in between, you started the sentence and then included your this thing. So just if as a listener, it is easier for me to recollect when you say first, second, third. And other than that, I miss, you said that one of the areas on which you would be evaluated will be a definite purpose. I think, did you cover that or not? Okay, so my bad. I think I missed how you evaluated on her definite purpose. Coming to evaluator number, Arna. Okay, Arna, I listened to your last speech, and I've seen monumental progress. Like the content wise and everything, I felt that it was very a very deep message. Like when you said like, just forgiving yourself is not enough. Like, I forgive everyone, but I don't love them, and that resonated with me. So kudos to you for going to that human level and connecting with the audience. Coming to evaluator number 3, Selvam. Selvam, I have a similar feedback for you. Just those bulleted points, first point, second. I think you give 10 highlights for Ruchi, but I would have loved to see them highlighted, or maybe just take 3-4 points and expand on them better. Also for, yes, now speaker. Okay, Ruchi, where are you? Yes, I genuinely felt that I was I traveled back to my childhood, reading some grandmother stories, like the way my grandma used to tell me stories. So you created that nostalgia, you created that emotion. Very well done. I think Selvam covered the points. No major feedback for you. Well done. I think I've covered everyone, right? Yes. So that is the end of my report. Now it is time to vote.
Same name, bit.ly, bhtm, vote 2. few more votes. And then everyone.
With that, please help me call upon the stage the presiding officer of the meeting, Toastmaster Arundhati.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Angel. Good evening once again, fellow Bright Hearts and guests. How was the meeting? Well, I thoroughly enjoyed. I think it has decongested my mind. Timer, that was one more usage. Just kidding. While our Sergeant at Arms is busy consolidating all the votes that have come in, I'd love to get some feedback from our guests. So Vishal, would you like to share how you liked our meeting today?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Yes, actually, it is my second time as a guest. So I'm looking forward to become a member. And the thing which I like about this club is there is a whole lot of positive vibes and smart people around. So yes, I would like to join the club and bring up my communication skills and become the better version of myself. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Vishal, for your very kind feedback. We'd be more than happy to have you in the Bright Hearts family. I loved how he said positive vibes and smart people. I took that for sure. What I missed in the room is probably the extensive smile on his brother's face every time Vishal takes the stage. But nevertheless, thank you, Vishal, for your kind feedback. Kashif, would you like to come and share how you liked our meeting today?
Yeah, so I like the energy that everyone was speaking with, and the topics also. The choice of topics, the one that she spoke, Ruchi spoke about her grandmother and all. So that was amazing. I don't know if she chose it herself or was it given to her, but yeah, that was amazing. And since I already told you that this is my first meeting, first Toastmaster Club meeting, so yeah, this was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kashif, for your kind feedback. I'm glad you enjoyed the meeting. Ruchi actually chose to speak about her grandmother herself. She wasn't really asked, but it just shows what a difference it made. She made me very hungry when she spoke about the halwas and the til barfi and all, but I'll pick that up with Ruchi later. We cannot miss this opportunity. So Natasha, would love to hear from you how you felt about our meeting today. It's like
I see a few of you say, oh no, not again. Thank you so much, Arundhati, for giving us Bright Hearts Toastmasters. Truly, District 121 is really happy to have this curiosity, this eagerness, and this excitement in the district. I've loved being here and I've enjoyed the energy, and I'm taking back so much positivity from the smart people in the room. And once again, I look forward to be back here. Love this. And thank you once again. Keep up the spirit, keep up the brightness, and keep up your cheerful camaraderie. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Natasha. Means a lot coming from you. And yes, we will do our best to ensure the right way. Thank you. Right. On that note, results are in. Let me see. Oh, wow. It's very colorful. Our Sergeant at Arms chose a bright pink pen to write all the winners. Okay, let me have a quick good look. If I mess this up, I might just get a tap on my head. Okay, let's start. Right, so we'll start off with the best auxiliary role player. I must say all the auxiliary role players today were fantastic. Everybody did a fab job with playing their auxiliary role, but we could have only one winner. And the winner this evening is the man who got almost caught by his mother, a timer, Wasim Fasil. Many congratulations. Wasim, I must just say the timer's role is the toughest. We all agree, but we all sometimes feel it's a little monotonous. What can the timer do? Come and read the report. My God, today we were all scared to get disqualified by your mother. And I really feel for Ashwin. I am not sure what's coming his way. But thank you, Wasim. Very well done today. All right. So next up, we have Best Evaluator. And among some fantastic feedback, the winner is the ever-smiling Toastmaster Neville Shah. Congratulations, Neville. Neville, I think that was a very encouraging evaluation for Twinshu. When he started the speech, he didn't know what his name means, but now he definitely knows. Twin is someone who's twinning with him somewhere, but Shu surely stands for structure, humor, and how unique he is. So thank you for giving a meaning to Twinshu's name. Very well done, Neville. That was a fantastic evaluation. Thank you so much for everything you did. Right. The table topic was a lot of fun, and Anmol did some experiments and all. So the winner is the proud mother in the room, distinguished Toastmaster Natasha. Natasha, we loved hearing about your son, and I was not surprised at all that he's turned out to be an independent child. He must be very inspired by his parents. But thank you for sharing that. Next time I mess something in the kitchen, I know what to say. Right, next up, we have the best role player. And today, I must say, Siddharth, Angel, Anmol, great role playing. The winner is Toastmaster Anmol Rao. Congratulations, Anmol. This is your first time playing Topic Master at our club for sure, but Anmol, of course, has some experience. I must just say that spin that you did of giving normal topics and then just putting all of us into the spot was really nice. But what I'm going to say, Anmol, is now that you've won the best role player, don't mess my house next time you come. But jokes aside, I think that was brilliant topics. You got out the best of the speaker. So well done. Very good job, Anmol. Very finally, we have the best speaker in the house. And ladies and gentlemen, her grandmother will be very proud. It's Toastmaster Ruchi Jain. Congratulations. Ruchi, I must admit that Ruchi's growth as a speaker is something I feel incredibly proud of and very inspired. Week on week, she's delivering such amazing speeches. Today's, for once, was a very heartfelt one. I know we've discussed this in length when you were preparing. But Ruchi, what a fantastic speech. Thank you for sharing that story. We all feel we know you and your grandmother much better today. So congratulations. Well done to all the winners. Okay, right. Before Arna scolds us, Yeah. Oh, go that side. Yeah. Yeah, now, right? Well done, Tarun. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very nice. We have two announcements to very quickly make. So the first announcement is for all of y'all in the room and all the role players. Like you know, we are a growing club, and that is why we would like to extend the opportunity to play different roles to all our members. We absolutely appreciate that some of our members are extremely proactive and enthusiastic. We absolutely need you. But the only request to the role players is that if you have taken up a role this week, when the poll comes out on Monday, just wait 24 hours to see if the ones who didn't get a chance this week would be opting for it, and go ahead and opt for the role after 24 hours if it's still available. This is just to ensure that all our members get a chance to play different roles, have stage time, and for the ones who don't play a role in a week, participate in table topics. We just want to ensure everybody is in. Second, an important announcement for next week. Next week's meeting is a special meeting for Bright Hearts Toastmasters. We have our offices installation ceremony, which means your fellow members who've chosen to step up and become part of the executive committee of the club will be formally inducted into their offices by our area director, who would be here next week. We also have a path completion speech. So a lot of us are doing different speeches in our pathway. We have our fellow member in Toastmaster Money who's completed a path brilliantly with Bright Talks and now is going to do a path completion speech, which is actually one of a kind and would be great to witness. We're trying our best to package next week's meeting in the nicest way possible. So what I would request is for everybody to please come attend next week's meeting and witness some other elements that Toastmasters has got to offer. On that note, until there are any other further announcements for any offices, I would say thank you very much, everyone. I hereby declare meeting number 16 of Bright Hearts Toastmasters closed. And all of y'all could kindly gather towards the back of this room for a picture. Arna, Anmol, Priyansh, if y'all can just help set it up the Bright Hearts way. Money, if you want to just collect the, thank you. Just stop the recording. Money, hand over to Money. I'm glad. Very happy you enjoy. Money, one mic's here, the other.